Welcome to the Prepped and Polished podcast, the podcast that empowers you to take control of your education. Featuring weekly interviews with influencers in the world of education, as well as tutoring tips, lessons, and updates. And now, here's your host, Alexis Avila.
Hi everyone, this is Alexis Avila of Prepped and Polished, a tutoring and test prep firm that provides in-person and online one-to-one tutoring and test preparation. For more information, please check out preppedandpolished.com. Also, check out my SAT ebook. You can go to freesatebook.com, and it's a free ebook for the SAT. I welcome you to the Prepped and Polished podcast, where we interview amazing and inspiring guests in the world of education, as well as offer tutoring and test prep tips, lessons, updates, and our Celebs Giving Back series, focusing on celebrities who give back to the world in a positive way. Get to know the Prepped and Polished community. You can find us on Facebook. Just type Prepped and Polished. Or Twitter, which is at Prepped Polished. And Instagram, Prepped and Polished 1. Our interview series starts right now with episode 48 with Kelly Queijo. Kelly Queijo is founder of Smart College Visit, a resource to help coordinate and plan the multiple college visits during your college-bound journey. A Virginia Tech alumna, Kelly held the position of undergraduate admissions marketing and public relations coordinator for Virginia Tech from 93 to 2000. Kelly hosts a weekly Twitter chat. It's been going on for 5 years now. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Campus Chat, which is hashtag Campus Chat, where there's a new topic every week related to all things college. Simply search hashtag Campus Chat on Twitter at 9 p.m. on Wednesday, and you can engage in a helpful college-bound informational session. Today, Kelly talks about Campus Chat, her company, and gives us her best tips for what makes a smart college visit versus a not-so-smart college visit. To our listeners, you can submit a question anytime to radio@preppedandpolished.com. I love hearing from you. Kelly Queijo, thanks for coming on the Prepped and Polished podcast. How are you today?
I'm doing great, and thank you for having me on your show.
Can you focus on a couple of pivotal moments that brings you here with us today? As an expert, really for helping students make those informed decisions when planning and visiting colleges.
Students and families, I think they really need to take some time to prepare for their college visit. So that's not only just the travel logistics so that, they can find hotels near campus and minimize any stress related to traveling to visit colleges. I think prep needs to take place in order to make the most of their campus visit. And some of that's going to depend on what the students' interests are and how much time they're going to spend on campus and what kind of appointments they can set in advance. So it takes a little bit of planning, I think, to have the best possible campus visit. And then going with a list of questions already prepared so that you can make sure, you tick off everything on the list and get all your questions answered because you're investing time and resources to go on that visit, and you want to make sure you get the most out of that visit.
That's awesome. What is Smart College Visit, your website, and how does this site help families and students prepare for college?
Smart College Visit makes it easy for families to plan their travel and prepare for their campus visits. We have the travel logistics to every college in the country. So we've taken the tools for finding hotels closest to campus, being able to book flights, book those hotels, rent cars, get directions to campus, and find restaurants that are close to campus so that the whole travel planning steps are easier for the families, because we know that families are not planning just one campus visit. They're going to plan as many as 4 or 5. I've interviewed parents who have been on 21 campus visits. So that's a lot of travel planning, and we wanted to make it easier for parents and families to do that.
And they did 21 campus visits in one state or multiple states?
Multiple states. Now, granted, in some areas in the Northeast, certainly you can visit 2 to 3 campuses in one day because they're so close. Some campuses are so close together. But still 21 is a lot of schools to visit, and a lot of schools to keep track of, in terms of the quality of the visit, the whole experience, what the resources are there. So that kind of takes some record keeping to keep track of the success of each visit. Definitely.
In your opinion, what makes a college visit smart?
What makes a college visit smart? From the point of view of what the colleges are doing to make the time spent on campus worthwhile for the student, I think that's a really smart strategy for colleges to take. And certainly most colleges offer a guided campus visit, a guided campus tour, usually led by a student, which is fantastic because, it gives you an opportunity to talk with the student who's attending that college. Then I think it's also smart for colleges to host information sessions and include information about financial aid, about the diversity of majors, the campus makeup, campus security, all the things that both students and parents want to know before making a decision about where to attend.
Awesome. And what are some things students do that make for a dumb college visit?
Being quiet and not asking any questions will make for a very dumb college visit.
Okay. Gotcha. So ask questions, be proactive. What is a formal college visit versus an informal one?
That's a great question. So I'll tackle informal first. Sometimes we call those drive-by visits. It's where you haven't planned, you haven't registered for a tour, the school doesn't know you're coming, and you just literally drive up, stop in, and go check out the campus. Now, there are advantages to informal visits because it's a great way to, get a sense of the space and see what's in the area and just kind of take it in from more of a maybe a more of an uninformed, perspective. But then the formal campus visit is definitely when you're going to go through a registration process. The school knows you're coming. They may have personalized information or a packet of information waiting for you. Different colleges have different levels of reception, and so there are some schools who actually give you a personalized itinerary related to what major you're interested in, what department you want to meet with, highly customized. And then there are schools that need you to register because they have limited seating because they're in such high demand, and there might not be a seat on the bus or a seat in the room. So there can be many levels of the formality involved.
Do you recommend that students visit a college when there are a lot of students there, like a fall, or does it not matter? Can they visit in the summer when the campus might be a little dead?
There's not one right answer to that, because first of all, visiting on campus, I have to say, is going to be the best time to find out what student life is like because you're in the throes of it, while classes are going on. But for a lot of families, traveling during the school year is not always convenient. And so summer vacations, are times when a lot of families need to go visit colleges. So it's a mixed blessing. If you go during the summer, there may not be a lot of students on campus. You might have to work a little harder to find some students to talk with. There may be limited windows of opportunity to visit campus and actually meet with people because, things cut way back during the summer. So, that's just the way it is. I think that you can do a lot of maybe more of that informal type of research by visiting colleges during the summer. And then when you narrow down your selections as to where you're going to apply, or if you're going to wait until you get your offers and then go do the formal visit when students are on campus, do an admitted student visit.
Great advice. What is Campus Chat, your weekly Twitter live event?
Campus Chat was, we started it about 5 years ago. It's one of the longest running higher education chats on Twitter, and it's a very broad scope. We call it Campus Chat, all things college. While we primarily focus on the college-bound teen and parents of college-bound teens as our audience. We also cover tips for students and focus on things for students who are already in college. Quite often, a lot of times we focus on things about your freshman year as you make the transition from being a senior to a college freshman. And it's hosted every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Suzanne Schaefer and Wendy Davis and Monica Matthews all help participate in hosting different guests and topics throughout the month. And so it's great to have a whole team involved in running Campus Chat.
That's awesome. When did you start Campus Chat? How long ago?
About 5 years ago. It was
wow.
Cinco de Mayo, 2010, I believe.
Awesome. So what have you seen over the last 5 years, looking back at it?
You know, it's been a really fun ride. It is the thing that makes Campus Chat so rewarding are two things. One, the quality of information shared by the participants and the guests that we have is just phenomenal. And two, the fact that you gain a following and that people show up and they want to share what they want to know, they want to bring their friends in, they want to ask questions, they want to get answers, they want to provide answers. It's a community, and that's just incredibly exciting.
Amazing. Any good resources out there for students planning for college that come to your mind?
There are a lot of good resources. And you know what? I meet with a lot of students, and I ask them, how did they choose or how do they find the colleges that they're going to attend? And a lot of students tell me that first they go to the College Board website. A lot of parents, and a lot of students are familiar with that because of the SAT. So a lot of them start their searches there. But then when they want to really know the ins and outs of what students think, they go to sites like College Confidential and get information there. So, then, of course, they're looking on Twitter now. There are more students using Twitter than, of course, have been in the recent past. And students are encouraged to follow the Twitter accounts for the colleges that they're interested in for admissions and the news accounts. And I think that's become a really terrific way for students to become more familiar with colleges. And, of course, Instagram, every college student that I've been meeting with lately, they're all on Instagram. In fact, they're on Instagram before they're on Twitter. So I think that's a place where colleges need to make sure they have a presence as well.
That's awesome. And to any teen listening to us today, any advice before they cross that bridge into young adulthood?
Well, into young adulthood or into applying for college? The two different things.
Yeah, like that, that 17-year-old age where they're, getting ready for colleges.
I think, it's really important to have some sense of where your passions are and what interests you, and then take the steps to find the schools that are going to be able to help you nurture those passions. So that's one side of it. And then the other side of it is a very practical side, and that is determining whether or not you're ready to move away from home and go to college, whether it's financially the right decision for you and your family, and to always be aware of what the options are if that plan you think you're headed towards doesn't work out. So, plan A and have a plan B. And I think that if you can do that level of preparation, then it helps with whatever hurdles come up along the way that, you have to have these decision points related to whether you get accepted, where you thought you wanted to go, whether it turns out to be an affordable solution, and whether or not you change your mind sometime along the way from when you first started your path to college. Absolutely.
Well, Kelly Queijo, thanks for joining us on the Prepped and Polished podcast. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed this tremendously. Appreciate the opportunity to talk about Smart College Visit and preparing to go to college.
And this wraps up our show today with Kelly Queijo. To learn more about Kelly's amazing work with Smart College visit her site, www.smartcollegevisit.com, and check out Kelly's Campus Chat by searching #CampusChat on Twitter Wednesday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for joining us on the Prepped and Polished podcast. Now go out there and take control of your education.
You've been listening to the Prepped and Polished podcast. For more information, check out preppedandpolished.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for listening. Class dismissed.